Welcome everyone, this is Andrew here for Apple Insider. In this edition of HomeKit Insider, we're going to look at a really handy way to troubleshoot your HomeKit accessories, specifically the Bluetooth accessories. HomeKit accessories can connect in a variety of different ways, whether through Wi-Fi, their own protocols like Philips Hue using Zigbee, or, in the case of many accessories, it is Bluetooth. A new app that is just launched on the App Store, known as HomeScan, is a great way to troubleshoot connection and failures and placement issues that you may be seeing with your Bluetooth HomeKit gear. It basically shows a long list of all the Bluetooth connections coming into your phone. On the top right hand corner, you can filter by either showing everything or specifically only showing the HomeKit stuff. Showing everything, there is a whole lot more. A bunch of unnamed ones will probably show up. Things like your Apple Watch, your iPad, all can show up here on this list. So for HomeKit purposes, we really don't need those, so we can filter those out. It is worth noting that this doesn't get everything right all the time as far as guessing what is and isn't HomeKit, so occasionally you'll have to find something on the regular list and just go ahead and mark it as HomeKit. When you tap into an accessory, you can see that signal strength front and center. So what does that signal strength mean? Basically, the closer to 0, the better. 0 to negative 60 is going to be that perfect range that you're looking for. 60 to 70 is going to still be an okay signal. 71 to 90 is going to be pretty bad, and anything past 90 is going to be absolutely unreliable and definitely not recommended. A few other things to check out before we get into actually testing our HomeKit gear. On the bottom left-hand corner, you have a graph icon that actually allows you to see a visual representation. Some accessories update more frequently than others, so right now this is just taking its slow time to chart this over time, but other accessories, it's pretty darn fast. You'll just see a moving waveform as that signal strength is changing over time. In the bottom right-hand corner, you actually have an audio option. So when you set this phone down, you start walking away, your phone will actually read out to you those values, so you don't have to actually see what's on the screen. And then inside of that edit, you can mark something HomeKit device, and you can change the name to something a little bit more comprehensible if it has a weird name out of the box. So now let's use this to test our HomeKit gear. Since your accessories actually pretty much connect to your home hub, we're going to test the performance there. So we need to find our home hub and then set our iOS device right on top of it. And those home hubs can be anything from an iPad running the latest version of iOS to an Apple TV to, of course, the HomePod. So whichever home hub we're going to be testing, we're going to find it and we're going to place our device right on top of it and choose the accessory that we'd like to test. So in this case, we're looking at Fibaro the button. So now I want to move this around my apartment and see where the placement is going to be ideal in getting me that best signal strength. And the thing is, it's not just placement or direct distance from your home hub. It's actually a lot of different variables. There can be interference from other accessories going through. Some walls can just be more dense and hard for signals to go through. And otherwise it can be distance. So a small change on your desk or your nightstand could make a big difference in how this is actually operating. So we've moved this far away and we'll move it closer. As you'll see, we have it far away right now. It's at 78. As we get really close, that signal strength starts to go up a whole lot. So just moving that around and you can start to see the differences that your environment is having on those accessories. Once you nail down that perfect accessory range, you're good to go. Now, if you don't want to use those audio cues to send you that audio feedback, you can actually run this on your Apple Watch. So here I have the Eve light switch selected on my iPhone, and I'm seeing those values live on my watch. So I can set my phone down on the home hub, move around my accessory while watching the signal strength right on my Apple Watch on my wrist. It is extremely handy. The graphs can be helpful too. As I'm moving around, maybe I'm going to be just moving it around a whole bunch, then all of a sudden I see a huge spike. I'm like, whoa, that one spot had a great signal strength. So I can go ahead and put it back to that location and help track it down. Of course, you don't have a lot of these signal issues with Wi-Fi based accessories, which are great. But the thing is, Wi-Fi HomeKit accessories often are a lot more power intensive and a lot more expensive than their Bluetooth counterparts. After Apple increased the speed of Bluetooth HomeKit accessories, we've seen a lot more of those come to market, and they take some time troubleshooting every once in a while. So something like HomeScan makes this a whole lot easier to nail down exactly what that issue may be. It could just be some interference that you don't know is lying around, and the simple placement change can fix all of that. Go ahead and try this out for yourself and let us know down below in the comments how it worked out. HomeScan is available now on the App Store for only 99 cents. Be sure to stay tuned to Apple Insider for the next installment of HomeKit Insider.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our price guide, which makes it extremely easy to find the best deals on Apple products updated daily. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next video.